सत श्री अकाल एंड वेलकम टू सीजे सिद्धू शो। जिस तरह तुहानूं पता ही है कि हर थर्सडे असीं थोड़ी गलबात कराई दी है किसी पॉलिटिशियन नाल, मैडिकल प्रोफैशनल या कम्यूनिटी एक्टिविस्ट नाल। अज बड़े ही खुशी की गल है, जिस तरह तुहानूं पता ही है कि मार्च 8 वैनसडे नूं सारी दुनिया इंटरनैशनल वूमेंस डे सैलीब्रेट कर रहे हैं। तो उस दे सदका इट इज़ वेरी फिटिंग दैट आई हैव टू लेडीज़ विद मी फ्रॉम ऑप्शंस कम्यूनिटी सर्विसिज। सो उन्हां नाल थोड़ी गलबात करावांगे ताकि जिहड़ी इन्हां दी this organization have been around and they are celebrating their 50 years. So it's a very fitting that we are having this special edition for International Women's Day and for this organization. So मेरे नाल अज हन कमलजीत लेल जिन्हां की 30 years तो as a lawyer and as a general practitioner and now more tailored services to immigration and mediation. In 92, she founded a legal law providing legal services to the local community and to clients from all over the world. कमलजीत हमेशा ही जिहड़ी वुमेन्स दे इशूज़ है उन्हां दे इन्हां दा बड़ा पैशन रहा fleeing violence or actually with the ending violence, advocate for changes in law and policies, and so in 96 she joined this organization, Options Community Service, and in 2019 became the first female and the first minority female chair of Options Board of Directors. So Kamaljeet is honored to be in this role and enjoy representing the organization at the board level. And she's proud of the fact that Options has its pulse on the community and is able to provide a broad range of services to meet the diverse needs of people. So, Kamaljeet, welcome to CJ Sidhu Show.
Thank you, CJ. Thank you for having me.
So, the second very special person, I don't think she needed much introduction. Once I will mention her name or you are looking at the screen, she's been around forever. And that's Penny Priddy, by profession a nurse, CEO, consultant, college instructor, a loving spouse for 55 years, mother, grandmother, community activist. What else you didn't do, Penny? Like, MLA, member of parliament, school trustee, representative city of Surrey. She involved in a number of organizations, including the Surrey Christmas Bureau, Bolivar Heights Ratepayer Association, Surrey Museum, Surrey Archives, and Commissioner of the Surrey Heritage Advisory Commission. And she just completed 9 years on the board of the Vancouver Fraser Port Authority. And ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਅਫੋਰਡੇਬਲ ਹਾਊਸਿੰਗ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਇਹ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆਪਸ਼ਨਸ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ and she right away said yes, these are the people, and Penny will be celebrating her 77th birthday. So happy birthday and welcome to CJ Sidhu Show.
Thank you. Thank you very much, CJ. And hello to the callers at home, and thank you for joining us tonight. Such real call. So thank you for the happy birthday wishes, and I'm delighted to be here tonight, and I'm delighted to see you again.
Yes,
we go back quite a while.
Yes,
yes.
It's been a pleasure being a COVID and not having a community events, so we're not able to see each other. Right. So Kamaljeet, I will start with you a little bit. I told whatever I could about you. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਦੱਸੋ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ।
So ਮੈਂ ਆਪਸ਼ਨਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ। So 1996 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਜੁਆਇਨ ਕੀਤਾ, ਹੁਣ 24 ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਬੋਰਡ ਮੈਂਬਰ। 2 ਸਾਲ ਮੇਰਾ ਦੂਸਰਾ ਸਾਲ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਐਜ਼ ਚੇਅਰਪਰਸਨ। ਤੇ ਇਹ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਹਾ 50 ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਐਨੀਵਰਸਰੀ ਆ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਸ ਸਾਲ। ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੈਗੇ over 80 programs ranging from ਜਿੱਦਾਂ child care, youth programs, women fleeing violence, immigration ਦੇ ਕਈ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਹੈਗੇ ਸਾਡੇ from ਜਿਹੜੇ newcomers ਆਉਂਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਮਦਦ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ। And we have a 24-hour crisis line. We have employment services. ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਤਕਰੀਬ 500 employees ਹੈਗੇ, ਤਕਰੀਬ 300 volunteers ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਕੱਢ ਕੇ ਮਦਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਇਸ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਤੇ like I said, it's a 50-year anniversary, so we're very excited about that.
Well, congratulations. And so, साड़ियाँ phone lines खुलियाँ हैगियाँ. So we're talking about options, community services. There are two powerful ladies sitting with me while we will be celebrating next Wednesday on March 8th, International Women's Day. So, Penny,
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your role in options. I know your other roles, but in this organization.
I do, by the way, have to say about those other roles you listed, that a lot of those roles, and I was blessed to have them, I had tremendous support from the Punjabi-speaking community. And that was a large part of why I was successful. So I want to publicly acknowledge that.
Thank you.
So my involvement with options goes back about 30 years. When I was first the Minister of Equality, that was 1991, 92, 93, we built the building where the teen program, there's a program called Growing Together, which is a program for teen mums, so that mums can have childcare while they complete their schooling, because that's the most important thing, that they get an education to be able to support their child. And so we built the building that provided the structure for them to continue carrying on that program. It was an exciting time.
So
Still is.
Penny ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਸੀਗੇ ਇਕੁਐਲਿਟੀ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ 91 92 93 ਉਦੋਂ ਦਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਇਨਵੋਲਵਮੈਂਟ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੇ ਬੜਾ ਭਰਮਾ ਹੁੰਗਾਰਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਵੀ ਇਹਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਸੋ ਕਮਲਜੀਤ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਪਣੇ 50th ਐਨੀਵਰਸਰੀ ਹੈ ਉਸ 'ਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਬੜਾ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ I was reading all about it. You picked 50 women and I know more than half of them and personally, and it's great to see the involvement of diverse communities. So a couple of clarification ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ. So it's the organization serve all the communities. It's not a South Asian community alone. Yeah. So that's number one.
Absolutely. सारी community कोई भी जो भी है थे रहंदे हैगे सारियां दी सर्विस हुंदी हैगी. Over 100,000 people in the community ਅਸੀਂ serve ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ.
ਤੇ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਬਾਉਂਡਰੀਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਸਰਵ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ and I just for a clarification again it's not a women's organization.
No, not at all. It's an organization for the community, for the people that live here. Whatever their needs are, we're here to help in those needs.
So Penny, this 50th anniversary, and they're talking about picked up a 50 woman, and I think their idea is to every woman should raise 25,000.
That is the goal, and that is the goal that we will all work very hard to accomplish. And that's why we're so grateful, the Women of Options and Options Community Services, to have access to your show tonight to tell all our listeners about what an exciting project this is.
So Kamalji, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇਹ 50 women ਹੈ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਆ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਫੰਡ ਰੇਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਇੱਕ ਲੈਵਲ ਤੇ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਆ ਤੇ are they achieving their targets or close to achieve their target and ਇਹਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੇਨ ਰੀਜ਼ਨ ਫੰਡਿੰਗ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਹੈ
Okay, so मैं थोड़ी जी बैक हिस्ट्री दसदी हैगी आ. So आज जेड़ा प्रोजेक्ट पैसे ਅਸੀਂ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਕਰਦੇ 1.5 million dollars ਅਸੀਂ raise ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ. That's on behalf of Options ਸਾਡਾ ਹਿੱਸਾ into this project ਹੈਗਾ at 81st Avenue and King George Boulevard. ਉੱਥੇ ਬਣਨੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ 6 ਮੰਜ਼ਿਲ ਦੀ ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗ. So 6-story building ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਪੈਸੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਕਰਦੇ. ਸੋ ਥੋੜੇ ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ 'ਚੋਂ ਲੋਕ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੀ ਅਕੋਮੋਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਅਫੋਰਡੇਬਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਅਸੀਂ ਅਫੋਰਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆਮ ਬੇਸਮੈਂਟ ਸਵੀਟ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ ਬੇਸਿਕ ਬੇਸਮੈਂਟ ਸਵੀਟ ਬਿਟਵੀਨ $800 to $1,000 ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਸਟ ਸਿੰਪਲੀ ਆਊਟ ਆਫ ਰੀਚ ਸੋ ਆਈਡੀਆ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਆਹ ਕੈਂਪੇਨ ਨਾਲ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ 50 women ਹੈਗੇ these women will help raise $25,000 each towards that 1.5 million which will go towards this project, much needed project in the community.
So, ਸਾਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਮਲਜੀਤ ਲੇਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ lawyer ਹੈ and she is a chair of the Options Community Services and Penny Priddy and they're with us. Our phone lines are open. I have a first call. ਹਾਂਜੀ caller ਤੁਸੀਂ line ਤੇ ਹੋ. You're online.
Hi, it's Anita Huberman. I'm the CEO of the Surrey Board of Trade.
Oh, hi Anita. Nice to hear from you.
Hi, CJ. So nice.
Sorry, I didn't return your text message for raising the money.
I just wanted to join my colleagues in saying how important it is to have affordable housing initiatives in Surrey. And 50 women have joined together, and we need all the support that we can get from the community to ensure that those in need have the housing that they need to ensure productive pathways for their life.
Yeah, Anita, being a Surrey Board of Trade president, and why is it crucial and important thing to raise this funding?
Well, the Surrey Board of Trade, even though we're a business organization, it's very important to us to ensure that those that are in our workforce, that they have housing that is quality housing, which is what Options is building. And housing is essential. It's the foundation of a person's life, in addition to having a career, in addition to having a family. And so we're all working together to ensure that everyone has a chance to have a productive pathway in their life.
Thank you, Anita. And do you want to ask these ladies any questions?
Oh, we know each other well, and we're all working together, so no questions.
Well, thank you, Anita, for calling. So nice of you. So, ਇਹ call ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ Anita Haberman, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ CEO and President of Surrey Board of Trade, and ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ she is also one of these 50 women. ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ call ਕਰਕੇ ਹੁੰਗਾਰਾ ਭਰਿਆ ਕਿ she is part of that organization. And being a Surrey Board of Trade President, she knows how important ਇਹਦੀ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਵੂਮਨਸ ਵਿਚਾਰੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਰਹਿਣ ਨੂੰ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ. ਸੋ ਬੜਾ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਹੈ. Thank you, Anita.
Thank you, CJ. Take care.
Yeah, thanks. So talking about this, how crucial and important it is, and it's very glad, Penny, to see the lot of powerful women in our communities, and there are a lot more.
There are a lot more.
And so how they can pitch in to help out. Why is important?
Well, it's important, CJ, because in order to survive at all, everyone needs air to breathe, they need food to eat, and they need shelter. They need a roof over their head that's safe and that it's steady, that they're not moving every night. That's why it's important, because it is a basic human need that we all have. For these people who are likely to come to these residents that are being built, it's important because they are in other ways vulnerable. They may be vulnerable because they've been victims of violence. They may be vulnerable because they're youth who've aged out of care. And we read a lot about that in the paper. And so they are often very vulnerable in terms of being connected to their community. We survive with connections to our community. What Women of Options and this project, these 100 units, are doing is connecting people to their community so they can then contribute back to their community and access the wonderful things that are part of Surrey.
So Penny ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਬੇਸਿਕ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤਾਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ, 에ਅਰ, ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹਵਾ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਸਾਹ ਲੈਣ ਲਈ, ਫੂਡ ਐਂਡ ਸ਼ੈਲਟਰ, ਰੋਟੀ ਖਾਣ ਲਈ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ, ਐਂਡ ਸ਼ੈਲਟਰ ਰਹਿਣ ਲਈ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ. ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੂਮਨਸ ਕੋਲੇ ਜਾਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਪੀਪਲਾਂ ਕੋਲੇ ਇਹ ਬੇਸਿਕਸ ਆਫ ਲਾਈਫ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਇਹ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੈ. So I have a caller on the line. Yes, caller, you are online. Hello.
Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you for having me. My name is Ritu Khanna, and I'm one of the women of 50 of this amazing program. And I just wanted to share why I'm participating and supporting it.
Okay, Ritu. Do you speak Punjabi or Hindi?
Thodi jini bol leniya.
Chana jinni bhi bol sakde hain te thodi. Can you tell us a little bit about you? What is your role and what do you do for a living?
Thank you. Mera naam Ritu Khanna. I'm the executive director of the South Surrey White Rock Chamber of Commerce. And sada kam hai ki we help local businesses, which has been so critical in the last year with the pandemic.
Thank you. And ਇਹ ਰੀਤੂ ਕਾਦੇ ਲਈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹ 50 women ਇਕੱਠੀਆਂ ਹੋ ਕੇ raising 25,000 each, about 1.5 million. Why is it important to raise that money to have that facility?
You know, affordable housing is such an important issue in all big cities across North America, especially a place like Surrey, one of the fastest growing cities in Canada. And we need to make our communities a place where we welcome all people from diverse backgrounds, diverse abilities, and diverse economic abilities as well. So affordable housing, especially for vulnerable, those in the vulnerable sector, we need to do what we can if we have the resources to make that available. I believe in that really strongly.
Thank you, Ritu. Appreciate you calling us and sharing your ideas. So yes, and Ritu Khanna, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ South Surrey White Rock Chamber of Commerce ਦੇ chair ਹਨ. So ਇਹ ਵੀ part of 50 women in this organization. So you can see the caliber of ladies, women that are contributing to this good cause. How you feel being a chair of the board, having such an amazing woman be a part of your organization and contributing and doing
This is a great question. I couldn't be more thrilled. I mean, here's International Women's Day around the corner. We have 50 women, and I've said it before at the launch, there's nothing more powerful than a group of women coming together for a cause. I'm thrilled.
So ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੀ ਕੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਵੂਮਨਸ ਡੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਮਾਰਚ 8 ਨੂੰ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਲੇਡੀਜ਼ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ from all walks of life contributing. So thank you very much, Ritu, for your time.
Yes, thank you. And thank you to Kamaljeet and Penny and all the other women. So honored to be part of this amazing group.
Thank you,
Thank you very much.
CJ, can we talk a bit about the project, what it looks like?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll do a little bit and then
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
You've been into this project much longer than I.
Let's go for it. Let's explain what it's
Let's
about.
talk about it.
Yes.
Because right now it's about good feeling, but I want people to be able to sort of
Visualize
paint the picture.
Yes.
This is 100 units of affordable housing on King George Boulevard and the corner of 81st and King George Boulevard, right on the bus route. There are the first 2 floors of the building will be space for options, so they can bring some of their other programs in that they're now paying rent, and that will save that money and redirect it to people. And there's 100 units. 30 of the units will be for vulnerable people, but vulnerable people who can pay a low market rental. So it would be what you would call market housing, but affordable market housing. And then there are 70 units. They are, and I'm actually good, Kamaljeet, I'm going to let you describe the bedrooms and sizes and do that.
I'll tell you what I know. I mean, there's going to be some smaller units, and some of these will go as low in those 70 as $375 a month. So some of them will be as low as that. And there's also going to be 3-bedroom units as well for families that are struggling, that need some help and support, and then 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, but so a range of units and sizes to meet the needs of people. And ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਪੈਨੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਈ ਵਨਰੇਬਲ ਲੋਕ ਹੈਗੇ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ 'ਚ, ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਔਰਤਾਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵਾਇਲੈਂਸ ਤੋਂ ਨਿਕਲਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਯੂਥ ਹੈਗੇ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ 19 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਖੜੇ ਪੈਰਾਂ 'ਤੇ ਖੜੇ ਹੋਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ. So it's very expensive to get housing. ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਸੀਨੀਅਰਸ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਸਟਰਗਲ ਕਰਦੇ, ਜੋ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਲੋਕ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ 'ਚ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਯੂਨਿਟਸ ਹੋ ਗਏ.
So ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਹੈ, and Penny, thank you for bringing that up, that 100 units ਬਣਨੀਆਂ King George Boulevard and 81, 82 Avenue in that area and close to the bus stop. That's very good. They need a transportation. ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੀਆਂ 2 ਫਲੋਰਾਂ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਇਹ ਪਲੇਸ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਆਪਸ਼ਨਸ ਰੈਂਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਫਿਰ ਉੱਥੇ ਥੱਲੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਇਹ ਚਲਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ, ਬਾਕੀ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਉੱਪਰਲੀਆਂ 4 ਫਲੋਰਸ ਆ ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਅਫੋਰਡੇਬਲ ਯੂਨਿਟਸ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਹੋਣੀਆਂ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ 30 ਵਲਨਰੇਬਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਸਫਰ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਬਹੁਤ ਅਫੋਰਡੇਬਿਲਟੀ ਹੈ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਮਲਜੀਤ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ $375 ਮਿਨੀਮਮ ਰੈਂਟ ਉਹ ਪੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਵੀ ਸਰਵਾਈਵ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ. ਐਂਡ ਦ ਅਦਰ 70 ਯੂਨਿਟਸ, what is take on the other 70 units?
Well, 70 of the units will be affordable housing as well. It's all rental. All the units are rental. And the 70 that are like 30 are market, low market rental, but market. And the other 70 are rentals, but they're what would be defined as affordable for those particular people. And I think Kamaljeet said this, you know, rent is so expensive in Surrey. Yes. And trying to find 3 bedrooms, because you have a family, is almost impossible at a cost that's even believable or affordable for people. They can't do it. So this wonderful project of 100 units, 30 rental market housing, low market housing, 70 affordable, actually designated by the government as market housing. And this project is supported by the municipal, provincial, and federal government. The details are being worked out.
Okay, so that will be my next, but the caller is waiting. Sorry, caller, you were online for a while. Please introduce yourself.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Daniela Fisher. I'm the founder of Naturally Given and co-founder of Glaria Elevated Learning. Thank you so much for having me in your show.
Oh, you're very welcome. So what do you think, Danielle? Is it, I pronounce your name correctly?
Yeah, Daniela. That's okay. Close enough.
Daniela Fisher, right?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about it. Well, you told about your organization. Why is important this project and 50 women, you one of them. Why is important to have that funding?
Yes, I think it's so important to give love to our community, because when we give love, all our hearts open, and together we're a powerful force, and we can raise vibration in our planet and create a more loving world. I grew up also with a single mom, with my sister and I. My mom was a single mom, and she had to work in 3 jobs and lived in a really small place. So I have a lot of appreciation for moms that work hard and they can't necessarily afford to pay for food or a home. And I can't imagine, I'm a mom, and I can't imagine not be able to have a home for my children or even a home for myself. So I think if everybody just contributes just a little bit, it makes such a difference, and we can again create a more loving world and community, a strong, positive community.
Thank you, very well said. So Daniela da कहना है कि I love that, saying give love to our community, and ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਵੰਡਣਾ ਤੇ share ਕਰਨਾ, especially in this environment, in a COVID, people are suffering, struggling, and it couldn't be a better time and opportunity to help the community and the organization, right, Daniela?
I agree. I just think we want to all learn to thrive through love, not through fear. Through love, we can just achieve so much, and through fear, we all get sick and blocked, and like it's low vibration. So be able to rise vibration, we have to operate from an open heart and from love and trust in the universe and on the earth's energies and divine energies. We're never alone. We're all like one wonderful, powerful energy. So,
well, thank you for sharing. I just really impressed. You know, very important. Love, sharing a love, having a trust in the community, in the people. So ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਕਿ ਪਿਆਰ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਿਸ਼ਵਾਸ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਚੱਲਦੀਆਂ ਡਰ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਲਦੀਆਂ. ਸੋ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ sharing love and affection in the community is paramount.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Daniela, for sharing your thoughts, and congratulations being a part of this powerful organization.
My pleasure, a complete honor. I'm just so excited to help so many people, and together again we're a powerful force. Have a wonderful night, and thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. So ਸਾਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ Kamaljeet Lail and Penny Priddy, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਪਸ਼ਨਸ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਦੀ 50th ਐਨੀਵਰਸਰੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਕੀਤਾ 50 ਵੂਮਨ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਪਿਕ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ 25,000 ਈਚ ਰੇਜ਼ ਕਰਨੇ ਹੈ ਇਫ ਯੂ ਨੋ ਦੋਜ਼ ਲੇਡੀਜ਼ ਐਂਡ ਇਫ ਦੇ ਅਪਰੋਚਿੰਗ ਯੂ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਹੈਲਪ them ਆਊਟ ਇਟਸ ਅ ਵੈਰੀ ਵਰਦੀ ਕਾਜ਼ ਇਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਫੋਰਡ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਇਹ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਸੋ ਗੋਇੰਗ ਬੈਕ ਟੂ your comment about how the governments are that was my next question anyways how the government is on all three levels municipal provincial and federal how they are helping out
well they've all made statements that they're very supportive of this project I think that it doesn't open till 2023 I don't know if we said that or not.
I think we have said it at our launch.
All right. Thank you.
The goal is it'll be up and running in 2023.
And so those details, the exact amounts and so on aren't firm at this stage. But we know that they will all be supportive of this project, and that's important, I think, because we do a lot of projects that may not be always as well accepted by the whole community. It happens because you're maybe working in a difficult place with difficult folks at a difficult time. But this project is so well supported. That's why we're so grateful to talk with your audience tonight, because the money isn't for us, it's not for luxuries, it's for vulnerable people, seniors, refugees, youth, women with children, dads, single dads, who need that kind of affordable housing. And I want to say one thing. It is about love. There's no question. We thrive because we can give our love. But there's another piece to that. And the other piece is when people are stable, these people all have skill sets. When they are stable, they can give back. Yes. They don't have to be receiving. They're giving back. That's why this project and this $1.25 million, $1.5 million, never mind, is so important for us to raise.
So Penny ਦਾ ਵੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ ਅਫੋਰਡੇਬਿਲਟੀ ਦਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਟੇਬਲ ਲਾਈਫ ਆਪਾਂ ਜੀਨੇ ਆ ਸੋ ਇਹ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਟਰੀਬਿਊਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਦੂਜੇ ਲੋਕ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਸੁਖਾਲਾ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆ and that's again she said that love is the very crucial part so Kamaljeet ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਹਾਲੇ ਤੱਕ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਪਰੋਚ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ municipal level ਤੇ provincial and federal level ਤੇ ਹਾਲੇ ਤੱਕ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਕੁਝ ਕਮਿਟਮੈਂਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ
ਡਿਟੇਲਸ ਹਜੇ ਵਰਕ ਆਊਟ ਹੋ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਕਿ ਕਾਫੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੋਂ ਇਹ ਆਈਡੀਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਸੀ ਕਿ 50 women ਅਸੀਂ ਲੱਭਣੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ 'ਚ within 3 months 3 ਮਹੀਨਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 50 women step forward ਕਿਸੇ ਇੱਕ ਨੇ ਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ involvement ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ right away ਕਹਿਤਾ ਹਾਂ and we have women beyond that saying how can we help and other people in the community it's just amazing to see ਕਿੰਨੀ support ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਇਹਦੇ ਲਈ
ਸੋ ਇਹ ਬੜੇ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਪਲਾਨ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਕਿ 50th ਐਨੀਵਰਸਰੀ ਤੇ 50 ਵੂਮਨਸ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਕੱਠਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਆ ਤੇ within no time like within 3 months and 50 women came forward so ਉਹ ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਫੰਡ ਰੇਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਕਰ ਰਹੀਆਂ just for our viewers sake and our phone lines are open so you can call and ask questions to Kamaljeet, Penny, and they will love to answer your questions. I want about this organization to share some real life stories with our viewers, then they will understand why it's so important to support this organization.
Well, I think Kamaljeet has some stories that she will use. I want to tell you the ones that I know. And a couple of these were attached to options, perhaps one was not. But the unions used to do a big Christmas Eve dinner every year for people in need. And I took my grandson one year when he was about 4 or 5. He's the same age as Kamaljeet's oldest child. And he was helping, everybody got Christmas dinner and Santa was there. They brought their children, they got toys, and then they got groceries to go home. And so my little grandson was packing the groceries, and then one dad with his little girl didn't take the groceries. And so my little guy said, why didn't they take the food? And Tim said, they probably don't have a fridge where they're going. I mean, those are the kind of people that Options reaches out to and tries to find solutions. I have others, but I can come back.
ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਪੈਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਵੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੀਆਂ ਸਟੋਰੀਜ਼ ਦੱਸੋ ਵੀ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ। ਸੋ ਸ਼ੀ ਬ੍ਰਿੰਗ ਅ ਸਟੋਰੀ ਆਫ ਕ੍ਰਿਸਮਸ ਦੈਟ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਗ੍ਰੈਂਡਸਨ ਨੇ ਆਖਿਆ ਵੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਫੂਡ ਵੰਡਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਅਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਡੈਡ ਨੇ ਲਿਜਾਣ ਤੋਂ ਮਨਾ ਕਰਤਾ। ਅਤੇ ਸੋ ਗ੍ਰੈਂਡਸਨ ਨੂੰ ਇਹਨੇ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਫੂਡ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਗਿਆ। ਸੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਗ੍ਰੈਂਡਸਨ ਨੇ ਜਵਾਬ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਪੈਨੀ ਨੂੰ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਪੋਤਾ ਜਾਂ ਦੋਤਾ ਹੋਣਾ, ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਘਰੇ ਫਰਿੱਜ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਗਰੋਸਰੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਰੱਖਣ ਲਈ। ਸੋ ਦੋਜ਼ ਕਾਈਂਡ ਆਫ ਟੱਚਿੰਗ ਸਟੋਰੀਜ਼ that they help। ਕਮਲ ਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਐਜ਼ ਏ ਚੇਅਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਟੋਰੀਜ਼ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਇੱਕ ਦੋ ਸਟੋਰੀ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਵਿਊਅਰਸ।
ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਸਕਦੀ, ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ, ਮੇਰੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਜੌਬ ਸੀਗੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਪਸ਼ਨਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹਾਈ ਸਕੂਲ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ। ਉੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਚਾਈਲਡ ਕੇਅਰ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੀ ਸੀ। ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੇਅਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਅੱਛੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਮੈਂ ਮਦਦ ਕਰਦੀ ਸੀਗੀ। ਬਾਹਰ ਲਿਜਾ ਕੇ ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਮਿਲਣਾ, ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਲਿਜਾਣਾ, ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਘਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਬੋਝ ਸੀ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਦੀ ਉਹ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਦਾਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਸੀ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਆਪ ਆਪਣੀ। ਸੋ ਦ ਚਿਲਡਰਨ ਵਰ ਸਟਰਗਲਿੰਗ, ਸੋ ਆਈ ਡਿਡ ਹੈਂਡਸ ਔਨ ਮਾਈ ਸੈਲਫ with youth that were struggling in the community. And the book that's right there, we can't see it here, maybe you want to present it.
Sure.
Has a story of a young mom who really is grateful to Options when she was expecting as a teenager and needed, and Penny spoke about this before, the Growing Together program, and how that helped her, that support helped her be able to stand on her feet and be able to contribute and have and nurture her child.
ਸੋ ਇਹ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਟੋਰੀਜ਼ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ, ਸੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬਰੋਸ਼ਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਆ, ਆਪਸ਼ਨਸ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ 50 ਵੂਮਨ ਆਫ ਆਪਸ਼ਨਸ ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗ ਏ ਬ੍ਰਾਈਟ ਫਿਊਚਰ। ਇਹ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਐਕਸੈਸ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੈਬਸਾਈਟ 'ਤੇ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਕਮਲਜੀਤ ਨੂੰ, ਪੈਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ 'ਤੇ ਦੇਰ ਬੰਚ ਆਫ ਪੀਪਲ that you can easily approach। The few people called in, ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਹੋਰ ਕਈ ਨਾਮ ਹੈ। I don't want to mention few names and then I miss other ones, so I don't want to do that। ਪਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੈਬਸਾਈਟ 'ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਪਰੋਚ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਐਂਡ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਲਰੇਡੀ ਅਪਰੋਚ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਮੀਡੀਆ 'ਤੇ ਇਸ 'ਤੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਮੈਂ ਦੇਖ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ।
So every woman, every 50 women, if you go to www.womenofoptions.ca, everyone has a profile. You can read about the woman, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਡਿਟੇਲਸ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਸਕਦੇ। ਉੱਤੇ ਬਟਨ ਆ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦਬ ਸਕਦੇ ਤੇ ਡੋਨੇਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਪੈਸੇ।
ਸੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਮਲਜੀਤ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਆ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਹ 50 ਵੂਮਨ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਫੰਡ ਰੇਜ਼ ਕਰ ਰਹੀਆਂ। ਸੋ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੈਬਸਾਈਟ 'ਤੇ ਜਾਣਾ, ਉਸ 'ਤੇ ਕਲਿੱਕ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਾਈਲ ਆ ਜਾਣਾ ਆ ਅਤੇ ਉਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਾਈਲ 'ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਫੰਡਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ। ਸੋ ਸਾਡੀ ਫੋਨ ਲਾਈਨਸ ਓਪਨ ਹੈ, ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ and if you want to contribute you can go on their website, you can ask Kamaljeet or Penny any questions. So Penny, I tell you, when I was reading all these organization and kind of work they do and kind of work you did all your life, I think in this COVID-19 environment I hear a lot of stories of spousal abuse. I hear a lot of stories, mental health issues, and I interviewed a lot of people around these issues. So what are your take on these? During people are isolated, we are not social as we used to be, not by choice, but by the science that we have to be, can't break, you have to stay within your bubble.
First, let me say that's why the options programs, a number of them, are so important and even more important during COVID. I mean, we're all in COVID-19. People are frightened. When people are really frightened, they look for someone to blame and they lash out. Not everybody does, but those are the circumstances in which lashing out can occur. So we know that women who are victims of violence is about, it's almost doubled,
300%.
if not more, tripled.
300%.
Wow.
Yeah.
During COVID. We also know that certainly early in the pandemic, the numbers of children that hospitals were seeing, especially young children, with injuries significantly increased. I think that has come down some. But you think about it, not you know, when we have children or when we get married, nobody gives you a manual about what to do, you know, if you're isolated, what to do if you're stressed, what to do if you have mental health needs. And so that's why the outreach that Options does is so important. And it's important to do outreach, in the case you mentioned, to the whole family, to the mom, to the dad, and to the children. Because as much as possible, if everybody wants it, you want to maintain that family. And that's the goal Options has. But it's also to keep women and children safe. And that's what they do. And that's what this funding will help with.
So, Penny ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਸੀ COVID-19 ਜਿਹੜਾ violence ਜਿਹੜਾ against women ਜਿਹੜਾ 300% increase ਮਤਲਬ it's alarming number. ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ youth ਹੈ ਉਹ struggle ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੈ. But we have a caller online. Caller, you are online. Sorry for waiting. Hello.
Hi. It's Neera Aurora.
Oh, hi Neera. Nice to hear from you.
Nice to hear from you too.
Neera is our radio and TV host. Neera, tell us a little bit about the program in Punjabi, Hindi or English, whatever you feel like.
Yeah, so I do the morning show on 94.5 Virgin Radio. I've been hosting the morning show for over 18 years now. And so I've been doing live radio for a very long time and hosting television segments here and there.
That's good. And why is important, Neera? This initiative, Options 50 women raising that $25,000 each, and you're part of that. Congratulations for a good cause.
Thank you. It's very important because, my parents also are immigrants to this country. I'm first-generation Canadian. They came here from India in the 70s, and, my dad had $10 in his pocket. And it was all about getting chances. It was all about being supported. It was all about building a community. And we can't stop that now. That is something that has been ingrained in me from the very beginning about how important it is to work hard, play hard, and always have a responsibility to give back. If we don't give back, then what kind of a community are we building, and what are we teaching our children? I'm a mother now. I have 3 kids. It's so important for me to show my children how important it is to give your time, give your support, and give your empathy to our community so we can make it safe for everyone.
So thank you, Neera. Do you want to share any story that inspire you to help these kind of initiatives?
I have so many women that I know that have been in relationships that were not healthy for them. But they felt that they had to stay in those relationships because they were supported, financially supported. But leaving that relationship was better for them physically and mentally to do so. When they left those relationships, they left with absolutely nothing. Some of these friends of mine had children. They have nowhere to go. They have no support mechanism. This is where Options Community Services comes forth and helps people that just need a chance. They need a chance to get back up on their feet. They need a chance where they can just support their children, have, a dry place to sleep at night. And you know what's so important about this too? A sense of pride. When you can have your own home, there's such a sense of pride and dignity that comes along with that raises your confidence, that helps you get further in life. And then once you get up on your feet, you're more willing to give that support back to the community one day.
Thank you, Neera. Very well said. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate your contribution.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, have a nice day. So, it's Neera Aurora, you all know, for last 18 years, 94.5, one of the most loved and liked show. If you want to have a fun, and she sometimes poke fun on her husband, that I know the family really well for a number of years. So, Neera, thank you for your thoughts. And Neera said the same thing. That ਜਦੋਂ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਟੌਕਸਿਕ ਰਿਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ਼ਿਪ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਫੈਮਲੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਲੇਡੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਘਰ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਫਿਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਈ ਰਹਿਣ ਨੂੰ ਥਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਵੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਸੋ ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਇਟਸ ਵੈਰੀ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਸੋ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵਨਸ ਅਗੇਨ ਨੀਰਾ
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you, Neera. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
So we are pretty much, I told you, Kamaljeet and Penny, that 1 hour, we are pretty much last 4 or 5 minutes of our time, and I knew it will be very fast. And so we'll start with you, your final thoughts.
I think what's come out through everyone and the callers that have called in is, you know,
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਵੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ
I'll say it in English and then Punjabi. Basic human right is housing. ਸਾਡਾ basic ਹੱਕ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਘਰ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, right? Dignity ਉਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ। ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਪੈਨੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਨਾਲ ਫਿਰ connections ਬਣਦੇ community 'ਚ, right? Basic human right ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ। ਆਈ ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ community ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਦਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਹ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਦੇਈਏ। And so I'm so proud again to be this organization which part of this 50 Women's campaign that we have. And our goal haga ke hopefully by June, July, we will raise this money. That's our target. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And Penny, your final thoughts to our viewers.
Certainly. Thank you, CJ. I too am very proud to be part of these 50 women who are raising these dollars with all their skills and talents, and they are just part of the many skilled and talented women out there. This is important because if we do not by doing this, we have people who give back to their community, who have safe housing. I can't imagine the mom who wakes up in the morning on somebody's couch with their child clutched to them, saying, I wonder whose couch I can sleep on tonight. They're not on the street, but they are homeless. This is the kind of housing we're raising money for. So people will be safe at night, and when they wake up in the morning, they can look forward to their day. So everybody out there, I urge you, please talk to your friends. Go online at www.womenofoptions.ca. Look for a woman you might know, and if you don't know anybody, just donate to the site, because this will make Surrey, our city of 600,000 people, it will make it better. It will make it thrive. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies. My hats off to you guys and the other 48 ladies that are contributing to this cause. Thank you, Kamaljeet, and thank you, Penny, for coming on my show and sharing your thoughts. Especially, we will be celebrating International Women's Day on March 8th.
Yes.
So, thank you very much. So, साडी गल चल रही सी Kamaljeet, Lail, and Penny Priddy, जिन्हों ने कि बहुत ही ऑप्शनस कम्यूनिटी सर्विसेज के अंडर सोहना उपराला चुक्या कि 50 वूमन जड़ियाँ हैगियां उन्होंने 50th एनिवर्सरी ते हर लेडी ने $25,000 रेज करना 1.5 मिलियन तो इस दे नाल इन्हां दी गल चल रही है म्यूनसिपैलिटीज़ नाल प्रोविंशियल गौरमेंट फैडरल गौरमेंट की फंडिंग नाल जिहड़ी है 100 यूनिट्स की यह बिल्डिंग जिहड़ी 6 स्टोरी बिल्डिंग बननी है तो बहुत सोहना उपराला है ताकि उत्थे लो कॉस्ट जिहड़ी सर्विसेज आ उस तो अलावा जिहड़े बाकी भी प्रोग्राम है वो लीके जाणगे। सो थैंक यू फॉर लिसनिंग फॉर योर टाइम। ऐसे ही तरह हर थर्सडे थोड़ी किसी ना किसी कम्यूनिटी एक्टिविस्ट नाल या किसी डॉक्टर नाल या पॉलिटिशियन नाल असीं गल कराउने फीडबैक जरूर दिया करो एंड प्लीज़ सपोर्ट दिस वेरी वेरी गुड कॉज एंड it's worth it. So it's for all the communities, and in this environment when we are struggling, people are struggling, it's even more important to help them. Thank you, ਧੰਨਵਾਦ. Have a happy, healthy weekend. Sat Sri Akal.